Hey everybody, day 82 of No Poker. Vegas is open, at least some of the poker rooms are open. I think a lot of the casinos are open, but there are only 3 rooms open right now in Las Vegas. The Venetian, Orleans, and South Point. And all of them have games running, and to be honest, I think it's like 17 games at the Venetian with like 30 something people on the 1-3 list and tons of people on other lists. I mean, they've got 17 games go right now. Same thing at South Point and the Orleans. It's like 16, 17 games at each, which is crazy. Crazy good. I think it's an awesome thing that the casinos are opening back up and that live poker is coming back with a vengeance. So I think it bodes well for when CCG can kind of start back up, and I think the demand is out there and people want to get back to playing live poker. So that's exciting to think about, and if it's any indicator of what things are going to happen here, I think it's a good sign. I was a little nervous with the 4-handed in Las Vegas, how that was going to go, but apparently people are trying to figure it out and they are making it work, so that's good. With that being said, CCG is still planning on doing events at the end of June. That last weekend of June should be when events start back up, and then we will do events on 4th of July weekend at the Max. I just spoke to the Max and made sure those dates were still available. We will probably not do an event on Saturday, July 4th, as it's the 4th of July, and I think once people hit phase 4 and things are pretty busy, that a lot of people are going to want to have barbecues and time with family, so I think that'll be good. So that Saturday of July 4th, we will not do an event, but we will have events Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. So that should be good. That'll be like the big opening weekend. Again, we're gonna be limited to 50 people at a time, but we're trying to do our best to make live poker come back to Chicago and in Illinois in general. So hopefully, you know, we get to that phase 4 by the end of June and there's no delays, and hopefully the numbers still stay good, and so far so good. So that's a good thing. Poker news, that's where we're at. 1982, the #1, my list again. 1981 #1 film, no-brainer here. It is E.T. the Extraterrestrial, which is, I think, an incredible movie. I think it's really good. I remember watching it a bunch as a kid, but what I really remember about E.T. is that when we were going to Florida to Disney World and then Universal Studios as we got a little bit older, I remember going and riding the E.T. ride was like our favorite thing to do. It was something we rode every day. We went all the time, and we would go for like 3 days at the park, because they always kind of get you. They're like, 1 day is pretty expensive, and then 2 days is like double the price, but if you go 3 days, you get like 2 days for free, or, you know, it was always a good discount, so we always did 3 days. But E.T. was always a good one. I probably should have mentioned one of my other favorite shows at Universal Studios in Orlando was the Indiana Jones live action. That was always fun. But E.T.'s killer ride. I think it's still open, so if you end up going to Florida anytime soon, check that one out. My dad always loved that one. Other notable movies from 1982, Rocky III, fantastic. Also pretty crazy that First Blood came out in 1982, at least according to Wikipedia, which Brandon's dad says is the #1 site to look at for information, because there are 6 billion editors on there, so we're taking his advice. 48 Hours, great Eddie Murphy movie, and Nick Nolte, right? That was the other guy in it. Good buddy cop movie, always something fun I will always watch when it's on TV. Blade Runner came out, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Poltergeist. Poltergeist still scares the shit out of me. And I can say that because I think YouTube will be fine with me saying that. It scares me. Even now at almost 40 years old, I don't think I can watch Poltergeist. It's too scary. Even at night when I watch TV, I normally have at least one light on because I'm afraid I'm gonna get sucked into the TV like that little girl did. Scared the crap out of me. What else do we got? The Dark Crystal, that came out. A little creepy David Bowie, but that was always fun. The Beastmaster. Does anybody remember the Beastmaster movie? My brother and I were obsessed with that movie as kids. We watched it 100 times. My mom bootlegged it from watching it on TV. So it had like the commercials through it, which was always really fun, but I remember watching that a ton. My brother even named his hamster Beastmaster, but I think the 2 hamsters ate each other because we ended up with a boy and a girl. We were supposed to get 2 boys, but that's a different story. What else came out in 1982? I think that's about it. I mentioned all the ones I wanted to. I'm sure there's a bunch of them that I missed. Did I mention Blade Runner? Blade Runner came out in 1982 as well. Oh, and my wife is giving me the hand signal, like, hey, hey. My wife was born in 1982. So that was really the highlight of 1982 for me, was that my wife was born. I didn't mention that my brother was born in 81 and I was born in 1980. So that's why I feel like the 80s movies are always important to me, because that's really the formative years, 1 through 10, or really big for me. Anyways, that's gonna do it for vlog number 82. Tomorrow is vlog number 83. E.T. was at the top of the charts in 1982. Still a feel-good movie to watch now. Yeah, we will see you guys tomorrow, day 83. Bye, everybody.